could I pay someone $50 an hour to do what I'm doing right now and to do it successfully? Okay, if the answer is yes, then you need to delegate it immediately. What are some examples? Biggest, lowest hanging fruit example. Number one, picking up and delivering paint and supplies. If you are delivering paint and supplies for your painters right now, cut that out. Stop it. You do not need to be doing that.
Welcome to the Painter Growth Podcast, where we help you scale your painting company in record time. Join us as we explore sales, marketing, hiring, finances, leadership, and more, everything that you need to know to scale and grow your painting business. I hope you enjoy and subscribe.
I want to thank the sponsor of today's episode, HireBus. HireBus is founded by badass entrepreneur and friend of the show, Brandon Vaughn. And HireBus will help you hire the top 3% of applicants, whether you're looking for painters, production managers, sales reps, administrators, or whatever role you need to hire. HireBus makes it super easy by handling the entire sales cycle and just sending you the top 3% of candidates. They also have some really crazy behavioral analytical tools where you can go and see exactly the preferences of the people you're hiring. So check out the link in the description. HireBus has a special deal for listeners of the podcast. Let's get back to it. What is up, everyone? Mike Gorakeman here, founder of paintergrowth.com, but you already knew that. I'm here with the Painter Growth Podcast. Stoked to chat with you. I hope April is going well for you guys. And as you know, April and May for many businesses who experience winter are the toughest time of year because you are balancing it all, right? You're balancing the world on your shoulders. You are scaling up production by getting your exteriors going. You're hiring new painters. You're training them. You're trying to make sure they don't screw up. You're trying to balance that by increasing your bookings. You're landing bigger jobs. A lot of you guys have probably just had the best bookings month you ever had, or maybe hopefully for a long time over the last month or two, right? I know a lot of our clients are experiencing some of their best months ever, seeing huge 100%, 200% year over year growth. Really cool to see that. But with growth comes chaos. And as you scale your business, especially as you go into the summer doing a bigger business than you ever have before, you are going to experience more chaos than you ever have. And so it's important in that case to have good systems in place so that you can manage that chaos a lot better, right? So we're going to break down the systems into a few different categories so that we can really understand where our time is going, where our priorities should be, and really how to simplify everything. Okay. Now, the first thing I would recommend, I'm going to go through, I think 3, maybe 4. And I'm going to make sure number 4 is the juiciest. And that's how you're supposed to do it in copywriting, is to make the last one the best, right? So let's say there's going to be 4 things that are going to help you have an easier spring. And the 4th one is going to be the best. So you don't want to skip that. And they're going to make it juicy. So the first one is priority management. Guys, what are you doing? Are you not using the Google Calendar yet? Are you not managing your time? Are you not looking at what you're doing and what's taking your time and where your time is going, right? So one of the easiest, lowest hanging fruit that you can do to be more calm is to, on Sunday evenings, plan your week as much as possible. I know things are going to go wrong, right? Use a checklist and your calendar and just plan it out. Okay, so from 7 to 7:30, I'm going to be at the paint store. From 7:30 till 8:30, I'm going to be setting up jobs. From 8:30 until 12, I'm going to be doing, estimates or training painters or recruiting or whatever. And you can be different Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But basically, you want to have a calendar where for, 50, probably like 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. What is that? 54, about 54 hours, 48. Maybe 10 hours a day, 6 days, so about 60 hours a week. You're booked. And booked doesn't mean you have meetings the whole time, but it means that you have things scheduled every single hour and you know what you're doing. Yes, some things you're going to get a phone call and you're going to get pulled off track every now and then. But if you can prioritize your week and keep things really clear, it's going to make your week a lot less hectic. If you know that all of your main blocks, all of the main things that you're working on have already been scheduled, right? You have a big project, you have marketing time, you have training time, you have recruiting time, you have sales time, you have job setup and close time, you have customer time, you have materials time, right? You have everything in your calendar already. Yes, it's full. Yes, it's busy, but that's part of business ownership in the season of life that you're in right now, is that you are at a busy time and business will be easier later once you have a production manager and a sales rep and an admin and a team and crew leads and all of this stuff happening, but you don't yet. Maybe you do. If you do, awesome. Would love to chat. If you don't, would still love to chat, but you're going to be busy. And it's okay to be busy as long as you have an out. You know what the end of the journey is going to look like. Okay. So probably the lowest hanging fruit thing that you can do is set up a Google Calendar. Personally, I like to have my Google Calendar on my homepage. So I have 3 things on my homepage. I have my Google Calendar, I have my Duolingo, and I have my Fitness Pal so I can track my nutrition. Now on those, the main one is the calendar. So I know exactly what I'm doing every single day. Now, the day before, I go onto my calendar and I look at what my next day looks like so I can mentally prepare myself. I can move things around. I can expand things. I can add travel time, lunchtime, whatever else I need, right? Delegate things, move things to different days if I run out of time or things are getting a bit close. Realistically, if I look at my day tomorrow and I look at the calendar, is this day possible? Am I doing the highest value things that I should be doing? Is it possible to pull this day off? Is my business going to be moving forward? Right? What I don't want you guys doing as you scale production into the summer is to get sucked back onto the tools. Okay. Unless your business is doing less than $5,000 a month, you should not be painting, right? You should be off the tools, delegating all of the production in your business so that you can focus on these higher leverage things like booking, recruiting, sales, estimates, marketing, lead gen, door-to-door, things like that. Do not paint. Worst thing you can do in your painting business, right? So number 2, so that's number 1. Hopefully that works for you. Number 2 is your delegation. Okay. Critically looking at all of the things that you are doing and being honest with yourself. Am I doing the highest priority thing in my business at this time? Right? Here's an example. In my first year painting, I was working 100 hours a week, right? During April, May, June, as I kind of started things up for the first time. What I found once I got some painters is that I was still working crazy amount, even though I was off the tools or just about off the tools. But what I was doing with my time was not the most effective thing. I was really, really busy and I was working really, really hard. But just because I was really busy and working hard does not mean I was being effective. I want you to look in the mirror. Just because you're busy, does that mean you're being effective? Okay. Are the tasks that I'm doing valuable for the business or are they not valuable? So could I pay someone $50 an hour to do what I'm doing right now and to do it successfully? Okay. If the answer is yes, then you need to delegate it immediately. What are some examples? Biggest, lowest hanging fruit example. Number 1, picking up and delivering paint and supplies. If you are delivering paint and supplies for your painters right now, cut that out. Stop it. You do not need to be doing that. One of the worst things you can be doing because it takes all day to drive to the paint store, to drive to site, back to the paint store, back to site. Oh, I forgot a scraper, back to the paint store, back to site. Oh, I forgot a caulking, back to the paint store. What are you doing? Your painters, your crew lead needs to be responsible for that at the start of the day or the day before, at the end of the day. Look at your material, look at your equipment, and look at what you're accomplishing the next day. Do I have everything that my crew needs to do the next day? Create a little checklist for them. Crew lead, you are now responsible for making sure you have the material and equipment needed to complete the project. And if you have to go get it, then that's coming out of your paycheck. Not literally, but meaning hopefully your team is on a piece rate system, right? So that if they do have to go take an hour off site to run to Home Depot or run to Sherwin, that they aren't getting paid any more to do that. They're getting paid a fixed rate to complete the project, right? So what are you doing driving around town when you're just doing your painter's job, right? That defeats the purpose. So that's number 2. Stop picking up paint and delivering materials. All right. Number 3, how to get, number 2, I was delegating. So let me just build on that a little bit more. Now, delegating is not just picking up paint, but it's looking critically at everything that you're doing and deciding if it is something that you want to do, you should be doing, or you have someone else to do, right? So do you have, are you picking up paint? Are you doing your estimates at night, or is there a way that you could be doing your estimates during the project or during at the time of the estimates so you can present on the spot? Are you doing your bookkeeping on the weekends? Should you have a bookkeeper to do with that? Are you doing your own payroll? Are you doing your accounts payable? All of this, all of these things that take up a lot of time, they don't have to be you. So look critically at what you are doing to see if you should still be doing it. Okay. Then that brings me to number 3. And it seems simple, but it's very important. And I think there's some optimizations that you can be doing here, but this is checklists. Okay. Checklists, writing things down, and then also using that calendar. Everything that happens, whenever someone tells you that you need to do something, it needs to get written down. My wife tells me that we have my daughter's soccer practice. It goes in my calendar, right? I have an employee that asks me that, or tells me that I need to get them something by the end of the day. It goes in my calendar, or I put it on my notes app, right? It's either my notes app or it's in my calendar immediately, because if it's not, well, guess what? It's not getting done, right? The feeling of dread, of anxiety that you have too many things to do in your business and nothing is getting done, or you feel like you're working as hard as you can and you're not being productive, that is happening because you're not writing down everything that you need to do. And this is actually a precursor to building systems in your business, because when someone says a system, what that really means is a checklist. Do you have a system for opening your job? Do you have a checklist for opening a job? Oh, I need a system for collecting payment. Do you have a checklist for collecting payment? I need a system to get more Google reviews. Do you have a checklist for getting more Google reviews, right? For how your team should talk to someone for getting more Google reviews. All of these things are just written, itemized lists that you can utilize in your business. So when it comes to your actual business and running it on a daily basis right now, you need to make sure that you are using checklists, right? For everything. Just write it down. If someone asks you to do something, write it down, put it in your calendar, schedule it. And if you can schedule everything, you're going to sleep so much better, because you're not going to be filled with anxiety about the stuff that you should be doing, but you're not doing because you forgot. Okay. Then number 4, I said I would save it for last, the juiciest of all. Was it number 4, number 3? Yeah, checklists. Okay. Calendar, delegate, checklists. And then number 4 is going to be, it's a little bit more complicated, but I'm going to explain it here. And this is being thorough while onboarding painters with their responsibilities. Okay. Also, if you're hiring your first painter, don't hire a helper. Hire a crew lead. Hire someone that intimidates you. Hire someone who's better than you at customer communication and painting, right? Because if you hire a helper, you're going to be tied to the job site, right? You have those don't even want to call them golden handcuffs. You got those silver handcuffs, those brown handcuffs, where you're stuck to the job site. And you don't want to be stuck to the job site. You want to be able to leave, so you can do estimates, you can do marketing, you can do whatever, bookkeeping, you can work on the business, you can do all these things, right? But if you only hire helpers, you are stuck. So your first painter needs to be a crew lead, right? Maybe even your first two crew leads, and then you can break that off into 2 crews, right? But you need to hire painters who have the skill to be a crew lead, and that's going to make things easier. And as you delegate things to them, they need to know what they're doing. They need to have the expectation up front. No, you're not just painting, but you're going to be responsible for opening the job, closing the job, equipment, productivity, production, talking to the customer, collecting the payment, getting the Google review. Like, all of these things are expectations that you have with your painters so that they do them, right? Bad reviews and bad employment comes from missed expectations. So if you aren't fully explaining to the painter what they are going to be doing to your team, then you're going to have missed expectations. You're going to have people upset because you're asking too much of them. And don't just ask people to do things that in your experience is what they did, or what a painter should do. Explain to them and give them the responsibility that you need them to have, that you want them to have, that you would be like, oh my gosh, if one painter could do this, this, and this, if one painter could open a job, produce it, and close a job, how amazing would that be? Perfect. Do you know how to open a job, produce a job, and close a job? Of course you do. So why can't you teach someone else how to do that? But I have to pay them. Okay, you pay them $27 an hour instead of $25 an hour, or you give them a little bonus when they get a 5-star review, or you give a bonus on production, right? There's so many ways to do it that you can empower your team to do more, so you don't have to do it. And if you find yourself doing more or doing something, you're like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something else. I want to do something. I don't want to do all of these different things for every single job. Write it down, create a checklist out of it, and train your painter on it. Train your crew lead on it. train your admin on it. You don't have to do it all. Just one by one, look at what you're doing and see if you can get it off your plate. Developing the systems mindset is a muscle that you need to learn. But in order for you to scale your business, you have to learn it. Your business will only grow to the limit of your ability to delegate, right? Your ability to grow your business is limited only by your ability to delegate more and more complex tasks. So what are you doing that you have people on your team who could theoretically do it? Write it down, make a checklist, systemize it, train it, get it off your plate. I'm gonna give you bonus number 5. Bonus number 5 is use a production schedule. And no, don't use Google Calendar to book your jobs. Use our spreadsheet production calendar. Whether you're doing 100K a year, 1 million, 10 million, you need to be using our production schedule. I'm going to put a link for you to get it absolutely free. Get the link, use the spreadsheet, put your business in for all of your book jobs into it, and you can use it to see your business from a 40,000 foot view, see what jobs are coming up, see when to add a new crew, see all of that. And also, use it as a sales tool to show your clients how many jobs you have coming up. They can see everything, and it's going to be really valuable. So I'll put that in the description. You can grab that, use it. It's going to be super helpful and hopefully reduce the chaos that you are going to experience this spring. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, mike@paintergrowth.com, or you can leave a comment on this podcast. I will reply to all of them. Thank you for listening, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Painter Growth Podcast. If you want to grow your painting business, go to www.paintergrowth.com or click on the top link in the description. Talk soon.